Hey, what's going on, fellow horror fans? I'm Josh from Montag Media, and welcome to Summer Spookies. I'm out here in Mesa, Arizona. Summer is in full effect, and a lot of people don't like the summers out here.
It's a dry heat.
But I kind of do, and a big reason for that is because it means I'm busy getting ready for October. So it started back in 2023 when I released my first horror short film, The Swings. This was for the Jacob Owens Horror Short Film Contest, and from there I was hooked. The following year I released 2 horror short films, along with an EP with the music from the films, and branded everything under the name October 24. Then last summer and fall I was busy prepping for another film, Super Wasted, where I was making monsters and writing the script at that time, so I did October 25, Behind the Screams. That was filled with BTS specials, along with an EP of unreleased music from my first film. So that brings us to now. It's midsummer, and I've been busy getting ready for October 26th. And without further ado, this year's theme, drum roll please. October 26th, The Lakes. Let's introduce my buddy and filmmaking partner Jesse, and together we run the production company Jaymo Productions. You may recognize him from The Swings and Tilt Shift. We recently finished a 40-minute film called Jerry that is ripe with music and magic and is currently being submitted to film festivals. Jesse and I are teaming up to create 2 different stories that both involve a lake. He's going to direct one, I'm going to direct the other, and they're both going to come out this October. Jesse's film is first on the agenda, so here we are in pre-production doing some test shots. Oh, and I forgot to mention, both of our films are going to be filmed entirely on this camera. This is called the CS8 digital film camera from Camp Snap. There is no monitor, no playback, no change in lenses, no change in the shutter speed, nothing. All you get is a viewfinder, and you even have to hold down the trigger to record. We thought it'd be a fun challenge to put these limitations on ourselves to see what we can come up with. This is where test shots are really important, especially because Jesse's film takes place at a cabin in the woods, and we need to test the lighting capabilities on this bad boy, because it's gonna be dark.
The wall is being grainy, but I think it's also the texture that's fucking with the camera.
There's also a part where we want the lake to start bubbling, so here I am testing out ways to do that. I'm thinking I just use one of the tubes from my pool cleaner and weigh it down with a weight, and I can just blow the bubbles myself. Jesse has a bubbler at his house, so he's testing what it looks like inside the bucket. What? Hold on a second. Did I just see his dog walk and open the door herself to go inside? Damn, well played, Lily.
Does that kind of thing.
So his bubbler gets a little bit of a lighter bubble, mine gets the big bubble, so we might end up combining the 2. Without giving too much away, here we are testing different ways on how to get a reflective shot that feels like you're by a lake or in one.
Alright.
Gotta trust the process, folks. We also did a rehearsal with the cast. This is Joey Gutos, and this is BB Gale, both musicians here in town. So I've known Joey for over a decade, and Abigail is a new friend, actually recommended to me by Mickey, who sang the theme for The Swings. We also just finished production on another film, Super Wasted. Last summer and fall were full of pre-production festivities, and we began filming in January of this year, finally wrapping in May. Here's a little BTS snippet of what phase we're in now, which is insert shots. Super Wasted is about a guy named Troy. Yeah, it's me. It's about time you guys showed up. And he's kind of a dick. He ends up making a massive garbage pile in his backyard for the city to come clean up. So I wanted to get a creative shot as he built the trash pile. I got the camera set up and staged some garbage in front of it. Put the camera behind this glass and wrapped everything in saran wrap to make sure it stayed protected because things were going to get messy. Here we have the garbage kind of staged in the foreground, showing where the pile is at. This is the garbage I'll be pouring, and I made it quite saucy. So I got a cool shot here, but unfortunately there was no splat because the garbage kind of crowded the frame and made everything dark. But then I had this really dirty piece of glass all of a sudden. You can see a little pepperoni on there with some mustard and some ketchup. So I tried the shot one more time. I thought this looked kind of cool and dirty. It almost felt like you were in the garbage. But I'm curious, which one do you prefer? Also in May this year, I had my first ever public pop-up screening. So Downtown Mesa was doing a Mesa Amplified Music Festival. And along with the music, they wanted other events happening at the same time. So I hosted a scary movie night at the Salted Knot, which is a pretzel shop that I've done video work for over the years. So between my horror short films, BTS specials, and pretzel commercials, I was able to put together a 90-minute feature presentation and attracted a decent crowd. And we will definitely be doing more of these around town this fall with our new horror short films. It was really fun. Now before we go, I want to leave you with some recommended spookies. And this week, I'm going to recommend Creep, found footage movie from Mark Duplass and director Patrick Bryce. Mark Duplass is one of my favorite actors. There's just something so genuine about him. He's funny, he has such a wide range of emotions, and Creep is one of the best found footage movies I've ever seen. The way that they can blend horror and comedy together and make it feel like you're there in the room with them it's incredible. I believe the Creep movies are available on Netflix right now, and the Creep tapes are on Shudder. So yeah, it's been a spooky summer out here in Arizona. Thanks for hanging out, thanks for the support, and tune in next week as we go up north towards Flagstaff to film our first horror short film, The Reflection Lake.